Every character has hidden depths. In The Batman, we saw glimpses of Oswald Cobblepot, a man yearning for recognition, but a deleted scene, a quiet exchange between Oz and Selina Kyle, revealed a pivotal truth. It wasn't just respect Oz craved, it was connection. He saw in Selina a kindred spirit, someone who understood the struggle on the fringes.
This scene, though absent from the final cut, became the bedrock of The Penguin. It was this vulnerability, this yearning for something more, that drew me to Oz's story. Matt Reeves, director of The Batman, shared this scene with me, and it sparked a flame. We saw a man haunted by his past, driven by a need to prove his worth. This wasn't just about becoming a crime boss, it was about filling a void within himself.
The scene, though brief, spoke volumes. Oz's offer to pay Selina to shield her from harm wasn't just about control, it betrayed a deep-seated fear of loss, a desire to protect what little he held dear. This scene became the genesis of The Penguin, a story about how even the most hardened criminals yearn for love and acceptance.
Childhood shapes us all. In Oz's case, it forged him in the fires of tragedy. Episode 7 of The Penguin peeled back the layers, revealing the genesis of his pain. We saw a young Oz, impulsive and reckless, his actions leading to the unthinkable, the deaths of his brothers. This event became the defining trauma of his life, the catalyst for his descent into darkness.
But we were careful not to paint Oz as a victim. His actions, however unintentional, carried devastating consequences. This choice was deliberate, adding a layer of complexity to his character. Oz's story isn't a simple case of good versus evil. It's a study in the gray areas of morality, the ripple effects of trauma, and the enduring power of guilt.
This backstory wasn't meant to excuse Oz's actions, but to explain them. We wanted to understand the root of his need for control, his hunger for power. It stemmed from a deep-seated belief: if he was in control, if he was powerful, then tragedies like this could never happen again.
Frances Cobblepot, Oz's mother, became a tragic figure in her own right. The loss of her sons shattered her, leaving behind a woman consumed by grief and simmering resentment. Her relationship with Oz, already strained, fractured beyond repair. She became a constant reminder of his sins, her every word a lash upon his soul.
Their scenes together were raw, fueled by a lifetime of unspoken pain. Frances, haunted by the ghosts of her past, couldn't forgive Oz, and he, in turn, couldn't forgive himself. This toxic dynamic became the crucible in which Oz was forged, shaping his worldview and fueling his ambition.
This complex mother-son relationship added a poignant layer to Oz's story. It highlighted the cyclical nature of trauma, the way pain can be passed down through generations. Frances, in her own way, became an architect of Oz's transformation, her inability to forgive mirroring his own struggle for redemption.
Oz's rise to power wasn't just about ambition, it was about seeking validation. He believed that if he could become someone powerful and feared, then maybe, just maybe, he could earn his mother's love, her forgiveness. This desperate yearning fueled his every move, turning him into the ruthless crime lord we see in The Batman.
But even as he achieved his goals, a hollowness remained. The final scene of The Penguin, with Oz and his girlfriend Eve, underscored this tragedy. Eve, dressed as Frances, highlighted the unfillable void in Oz's heart. He had climbed the mountain, but the view from the top offered no solace.
This ending was crucial. It set the stage for Oz's arc in the Batman sequel, a man driven not just by ambition, but by a desperate and ultimately futile search for redemption. The deleted scene, that fleeting moment of vulnerability, echoed through the entire series, shaping Oz into a character of tragic complexity, forever marked by the sins of his past.